so oily. Oh well.
No, you don't. I have this stuff. It's called Bye Bye Pores. Bye Bye Pores. I'm not even kidding. It gets rid of all of the oil.
Before?
Oily mess.
Oily mess, yes.
Just kidding. Only on Tuesday. Just soaks it
like,
all
I
up.
feel like a Kardashian.
Do you feel like a sponge? Because all your oil is soaking.
Call me Bob.
Yep.
After. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yes. So we told you guys to ask us some Twitter questions.
Mm-hmm.
She here is a therapist, so she
In training.
In training.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so the first question is from Avriana P. Turner, and she asks, "How the F do you find real friends? LOL, I'm trying to know." With that emoji. Look at the people that you want in your life and ask yourself if they are helping you become the best version of yourself. You need to find people that lift you up and you feel genuinely comfortable around. If you're just hanging out with people and you feel like you can't be your full self around them, they're not true friends. You need to find those people that you instantly click with. You start hanging out with them more and you get to know them more and you're like, even like looking at yourself, how to be a good friend to others. You need to kind of take that into accountability too, because you need to realize, like, I need to be giving people good energy so that they'll want me to be around them, you know?
Yeah. What's that saying? Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Oh my god, yeah. That's on so many like t-shirts in not Justice. It's like in Forever 21.
Yeah.
There's so many shirts that say that. I hate the word, like, I say vibes, but then when I watch it back, I'm like, vibes.
Okay, but vibes are actually
real.
real.
Like vibrations.
Vibrations, energy, and wavelengths.
It's
like,
a real
people
thing.
give off energy, and sometimes you can feel that energy.
And you can if you really kind of pay attention to how you're feeling around certain people.
People have really good intuition. So when you have like a feeling about somebody, we have something in our brain, our intuition, where we somehow subconsciously know somebody has like a bad vibe. And like you have to go with your gut on those kind of people. Just genuinely get to know people without judgment. When you're feeling like you're being judged, like you put your guard up and you like don't want to be friends with that person. But tell people like just be open. Try to get to know somebody genuinely without judgment.
Because
like,
not everyone's gonna
friends.
Not everyone's gonna open up and tell you everything that they've been through.
But
like,
create a space where they feel comfortable
they feel
enough
comfortable
to
to talk to you about that, because
Yeah.
that is how you form human connections with people. Honestly, hearing other people's stories about what they've been through helps you kind of come to terms with, wow, I'm lucky in this way and I'm blessed in this way because this hasn't happened to me, but I recognize that happens in the world, and it kind of changes your perspective
shift.
Shifting.
Did that answer the question?
And
How about tips to make friends?
yeah, let's kind of go on a more.
It's hard, but you just gotta put yourself out there. Girls, find another girl and compliment her.
This is what I tell myself. If I'm thinking in my mind, damn, I like her shoes. Instead of just thinking that, bring those
say
words
it.
into life,
We all love
because
compliments, right?
the things that you say really affect people. And when you just keep bringing positive affirmations into people's life, maybe she was insecure. Maybe she didn't know she wanted to wear those boots today.
Yeah, true.
Maybe she was like, maybe everyone, like, are my boots weird?
Uh-huh.
Do these go with my outfit? She was
Yeah.
probably so insecure.
Yeah.
But just your positive affirmation, the little things that will make someone stay. You don't know what they've been through. I know it's hard in high school too, making friends, especially if you're new. Okay, I remember you were telling me when you went to your master's program.
Oh, yeah,
When
yeah.
you first transferred, you just didn't really talk to anyone. You were kind of like to yourself in class. What made you just be like, you know what? I'm gonna make friends.
When I moved from Oregon to Seattle, and like I was really nervous because I had never like moved away from my friends and family, and I was super depressed actually for like the first 3 months. And like I'm usually, would you say I'm an extrovert?
Yes.
I'm usually really extroverted, and there I was just so recluse and so secluded because I was just like,
New environment.
oh, new environment, like
Scary.
it's so scary. I don't know what
Changes.
I'm doing. Like why did I do this? I have no idea what to do. And so I didn't talk to anybody. I had made like one friend, but I didn't try. And then come after my
Because you didn't
first
know how
term-
to, because we came from a small town where everyone
Yeah.
just knew each other already,
Yeah.
so we didn't really have to branch out and meet new people.
I just decided, I remember I was like, I'm not gonna like put myself in the situation anymore where I'm just like super depressed all the time. Like I'm gonna just start trying to make connections. And so I remember there's this one girl, her name is Tatum. She's now my roommate. She's the most wonderful person I've ever met.
She's such a gem.
And my other roommate, John.
Who's also a gem.
Oh, such gems. God.
In just their own way.
They're amazing. I remember like just recognizing how wonderful these two people were, and I was like, this is so funny. I like told them this later. I was like, I literally made you guys my friend goals. I was like, I had a friend goal.
No, that's
that
a
I wanted to be
thing.
friends with these two people. So I made it a point to like sit by them in all these classes and just talk to them like normal people. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be depressed anymore. I'm just gonna like talk to them and branch out. And then
Which
lo and
is
behold,
that's so important, because when you're depressed, it's even hard to do little things. It's hard to
get out of bed.
It's hard to
Take
for
a
example,
shower.
it's hard to even take a shower. It's hard to make breakfast. It's just hard to do the littlest things. And when you're not depressed, like it's hard for people to understand. They're like, oh, you're just lazy, but it's like
I mentally can't get
it's
myself
like a
to go
chemical
anywhere. It's a chemical imbalance, and people need to realize that depression and anxiety is real.
And it's hard
it's
to make
awful.
those little steps to get better. And it's even hard to recognize that you need to change some things by yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of just drowning in the sorrow, and instead of drowning in that, acknowledging that you do need to work on a few things to get better, and actively making those tiny baby steps. If you keep taking those baby steps, you'll be like, wow, I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah. And find people that are just as weird as you.
Yeah, you need to find people that you're allowed to be yourself.
I like can't hang out with normal people.
Me either.
Wait a
Everyone's
second.
got a weird side.
Everyone's weird. You
Everyone's
just
got
gotta
a
be
weird
weird, and then
side.
like you'll attract good
Once,
weird.
yeah, when you meet someone and you're like, oh, they're boring, like they don't have a personality. When that person's alone, I guarantee they get weird.
Oh, they're probably the weirdest.
Oh,
you've
they're
ever
probably the
met.
weirdest. They probably spend so much time in front of the mirror just like getting freaky by themselves. But then when they're around people, they kind of have to put a shell and change in order to conform to everyone else's normal standards.
Oh, totally.
When you should just break that off and just don't care. But it's
hard
hard.
not to care.
That's also a step. Everything's just
Yeah.
steps. How do I make it easy to talk to my crush in real life?
Oh God, that's hard.
When you have a crush on someone, so many hormones are going cray, and you start to look at this person as perfect. You're so infatuated by them, you look at them as a perfect being that can do no wrong. Once you start to recognize they've got a bad side, they've got some weird sides, you start to humanize them. They're not as perfect as they seem, although they're so flamin' hot.
Ooh.
And the attraction really makes you hypnotize a little bit, initially based on attraction. So that kind of like hypnotizes you, and you're like, you're a perfect person. But then just...
What did Hannah Montana say? Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it again and again till I get it right. Nobody's perfect. You live and you learn it.
And if I mess it up sometime,
hey,
nobody's perfect. Since we are so in our own bodies and we see all of our imperfections, we see all of our insecurities, and we see all of just things that we want to work on but don't know how. But we don't really express that to our crush. So you'll be like, oh my God, they'll never like me because of this.
Yeah.
And so it terrifies you, because you're like, I don't think that anyone will ever be able to like me. I've got so much going on. But you need to realize that they've got probably even more stuff going on, but they just don't know how to express it. So when you keep thinking that they're perfect like that, it's just going to cause destruction, and it's going to cause anxiety, and you're not going to want to talk to them. So just realize, we're only human.
Ooh.
We fall when I get found. How does it go?
I'm only human.
Sometimes
I mess it up.
Sometimes only human.
I'm thinking of what I used to do. I was trying to
Yeah.
get his attention. I just tried to find out stuff that he liked and would like casually bring it up in conversation.
Totally.
Like I would like purposefully bump into him. Like classic, I'd bump into, oh my God, my books would fall, and then he would
You
like
would
help
do
me
that?
out. I did that one time and it worked.
You actually did that. Oh my God, I'm so so sorry.
I was that
Oh my
girl.
gosh, let me help you with that. You both reach for the same book and you look at each other.
I found out like stuff that he liked and then would like talk about it. Started becoming friends with his friends and like made sure his friends liked me, so his like friends would talk good about me.
Only become friends with his friends if they're good people.
Yeah, if they're good people, and they were good people.
Right.
But yeah, just like try to find out what they like and like find things to talk about.
Yeah.
Like stuff that you mutually like, and then
And I feel like once that convo gets started, you'll kind of find things that you both like, and you'll be like, oh my god!
totally. Or he'll be like, oh my god, like she's so cool.
And then he'll want to
Like,
like
she likes all my
explore the
shit.
things that you like, and then you
Yeah.
both can just kind of explore those things together. If you're like about to go to school and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to him today, or her, or whomever. Before you go to school, look in the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, this is my catchphrase. I'm a fool,
What?
but I'm cool.
Have you ever seen that meme of Corey from Boy Meets World? He's like, hey, I'm average.
This is the mindset you all should be in.
That show like taught me everything I know about life and love.
When you're talking to your crush and you think that you're boring, like you think that you don't have a lot going on or you don't like the things that he likes, and you're like, oh my god, I don't like the things that he likes, I'm boring. You need to eliminate that thought, because that is an evil thought that's coming at you. You need to look at that thought, be like, I recognize that you are in my head, and be like, what is making me think this? Dig deeper within yourself and realize, I just haven't communicated what I'm interested in.
Do you know what you just did? You just did your cognitive behavioral therapy on yourself.
Really?
Do you guys know what cognitive behavioral therapy is? So what we have is called the cognitive triangle. In the cognitive triangle, there are your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Sometimes you have a thought in your head that says, I'm boring. This I'm boring affects how you feel. So when you say I'm boring, what does that make you feel like?
It makes you feel like trash, Rachel.
The trash feeling leads to an action. What do you think you would do if you're feeling like trash?
If I'm feeling like trash, I will just, I could cry.
And that reinforces your thoughts. All right, so again, we have the thought that I'm boring. That's the thought. That makes you feel like trash. And then the trash. Absolute trash. And then the trash.
Because wait, no, listen. Because when you feel like you're boring and you're like, oh, I'm trash, it just turns into a destructive, and you feel like
self-loathing
you
tornado
you can never not be boring. You're like, I'm gonna be boring for the rest of my life. And then you're like, I'm boring because my parents are boring. They're boring because their parents are boring. And it's just like a thing. Or you're like, I'm boring because my friends are boring. And it's just like, you don't have to be boring. Just recognize that you're thinking that you're boring, and then do that you want to be interested in.
Okay.
Yeah,
So with
keep
that,
going.
Okay. So absolute trash, right?
Absolute garbage.
Absolute garbage.
On the ground, people are stepping on you.
And that makes you do the action of crying. So what a cognitive triangle means to do is restructure that. So when you're talking to this boy and you're starting to think that you're boring, what's another thought we could have? What's another thought? Not I'm boring, but what? What's a more positive thing we could think in that moment?
I'm just different.
So if you're in that moment thinking, you know what, I'm just different from this person, how does that make you feel?
It makes
Do you feel like trash?
You don't feel like trash.
No. What do you feel like?
You feel like I need to dig deeper and find out what I do like to do.
And so then when you have the feeling that, you know what, I just need to dig deeper, what is the action that comes out from that?
Well, Rachel, I would have to say growth.
Growth.
Because that's a part of life.
That's beautiful.
So we just restructured your way of thinking to make you feel and act a different way.
Positive.
So instead of being boring or thinking you're boring, you're like, you know what, I'm just different from this person. And that makes you feel like, you know what, it's okay, I just need to dig deeper. You can change the way that you feel, and you can change the way that you think affects the way that you feel, and then affects your behavior.
I'm gonna put air horns. But yes, that's true. Thank you guys for asking us those questions. If you want to see another video with Rachel here, Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos. I'm not gonna say every Saturday because it's not Saturday.
Yeah.
So just subscribe for new videos
We'll post them once a week.
around Saturday and Sunday, around the weekend.
Around Saturday
But
and
just
Sunday.
know they're coming. They're coming. Love you guys.
Thanks for letting me hang out.
Of course.
I be like bang bang, shoot shoot in a zoot suit, nigga. Who you? We us and we too cool. No sweat if you go, let's be the spoilers. Heavy legs and we kick it.